So, I want to talk to you today about the dark side of queen consciousness. The things no one tells you about when you become or when you decide to embark on this queen conscious journey. Hi angels, welcome back to another video. My name is Amira and I teach women femininity and queen consciousness. So today I'm sharing with you the dark side of queen consciousness and the things nobody tells you about being on your queen conscious journey. So it is difficult. It's not easy, and it's not something you can just do once and it's over. It's a commitment you need to do for the rest of your life, and it's something that is not always going to be received well by the people around you. It's not something you're going to find easy to maintain or easy to nurture, because maybe the people around you are not doing the same thing, or the people around you are not queen conscious. So how do you portray that kind of behavior every single day, knowing that the people around you don't feel the same way or act the same way? The first thing is that you will realize that you don't have a lot of genuine friends. You don't have a lot of people that are going to stick around for this queen conscious journey that you are on. And the reason this happens is because when you become more and more queen conscious, your presence brings about a sense of intimidation in the people around you that have a lesser mindset or a lesser quality mindset. Okay, so if people view themselves as less than you, or if they view themselves as not good enough, they will be intimidated by your presence. This will be true for friends, for family, for anyone who doesn't have the same mindset you have. And as a result, you won't have a lot of friends, which is actually maybe a good thing, because you don't want to be surrounding yourself with people who don't support you. But also, on the other hand, you will be lonely. Okay, this is a lonely journey, and that is why you should look for people who are like-minded, people who support you, people who understand what you are going through, and people who you can learn from, and that who learn from you. Okay, so find your tribe, and then you will be less lonely, because you'll actually be surrounding yourself with higher quality people who understand what you are going through. The next thing is that you won't be chased down by men. You won't get a lot of attention from men. And this is sometimes not a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if this is what you want. But it's not a bad thing, because men who are not worthy of you, men who view themselves as less than, won't have the guts to approach you. Because what did I say previously? Your presence gives off a sense of intimidation. Okay, other people are intimidated by your presence. So men who are less than, men who are not good enough for you, men who view you as out of their league, will not be approaching you, will not be chasing you down, will not be bothering you. Remember that only kings are comfortable approaching queens. Okay, and your presence will ward off anybody who's not really qualified, if I could say, qualified to be in your presence, or to be with you, or around you, or in your company, or in your life. Next is your standard will create isolation. Because you have such a high standard for yourself, and such a high standard for your life, and for your relationships, and the people you surround yourself with, and all of these things, you have such a high standard, it creates isolation. So you need to learn to be alone. You need to like being alone. You need to want being alone, okay? Because being alone allows you to be with your thoughts. It allows you to be with yourself. It allows you to reflect. It allows you to work on yourself, to do your self-work, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to love yourself. Okay, so you shouldn't be attached or identified with any specific person or relationship or job or thing. You should be okay with being alone. You basically need to separate yourself from things and from people who are pointless for your life. You need to separate yourself from things and people who don't contribute positively to your life. A lot of the time we think that we don't fit in. We think that we don't fit into the conversation. We don't fit into the group of people. We don't fit into this group of friends. But in reality, it's not that we don't fit in. It's that they don't measure up. They don't measure up to our standards. That's why we feel off balance and why we feel uncomfortable. Okay, it's not that we are not good enough. It's that we have higher standards and they don't meet the standards that we require for the people in our lives, the relationships we have, the friends we keep, and all of these things. Also, you need to be aware of the price. There is a price to pay when it comes to being a queen conscious woman. Okay, it's actually sometimes going to feel like a burden for you because of the standard of life you are living, because of the types of things you are doing, the type of success you attract, the types of high quality people you attract. The standard you are living has raised so much that it feels like a burden to be a part of it. It feels like a burden to be maintaining it. Okay, it's hard work looking after an empire. So it's hard work being a queen. It's hard work to put in the self-work every day, to wake up knowing today I need to get my stuff together. Today I need to do this. Today I need to conquer. It's hard work to be consistent in your energy. It's hard work to feel motivated every single day. It's hard work to put in the work. Okay, work. The word work tells you it's not going to be easy. And although it might not be easy, it is going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it for the standard of life that you are going to be living and for the long-term effects it's going to have on you and your children and the people around you. Okay, so don't think of it in terms of it's too difficult and I'm not going to maintain this, but instead think of it as nothing in life that is worthwhile having comes easy. Okay, you need to put in the work now so that you can live a good lifestyle later, instead of just doing what you want and having, you know, this crazy lifestyle now and then having a hard life later on. So the sooner you put in the work and the sooner you get to doing the things you need to do, the easier it's going to be for you as time unfolds. It's almost like a snowball effect. You know, the first phase is difficult. The phase of identifying, you know, your conditioning, your programming, getting to know what is wrong, understanding what you are made of, reprogramming yourself, getting rid of those conditionings and beliefs that don't serve you, dissolving your pain body and the traumas that are keeping you and blocking you from achieving what you want to achieve. Putting in the work in terms of your self-awareness, your self-mastery, your self-discipline, your self-actualization, doing all of that work, and then eventually you see the results. So it takes a lot of effort. And sometimes that effort can be overwhelming. But that's why it's important to remember why you're beginning this journey in the first place and remembering your goals regularly. Writing down your goals regularly, journaling every single day if you can on your progress day by day. Okay, so not only that, but you won't have time for trivial things. You won't have time for things that just fill up your time but don't contribute to your life. They don't contribute to your standard of life, to your lifestyle. They don't contribute to you in a positive way. You won't have time for that. Okay, you won't have time for gossiping. You won't have time for silly little things that maybe you used to have time for or that you used to make time for before. Okay, you will also have haters. You will have women that hate you because they are intimidated by you. You will have men that hate you because you are no longer giving them the attention you used to. Okay, you will not always be the most popular, but it is worth it because all of these things push us towards being the best version of ourselves and leaving behind all of the weights that weigh us down in terms of people and things that we don't need, that don't serve us anymore. Okay, so I hope that you better understand now the dark side of Queen Consciousness, what it actually means in terms of how you need to approach it but not be scared of it. Okay, because it can be intimidating, it can be overwhelming, it can be scary, it can be lonely, but it can also be wonderful. It can also allow you to manifest the life of your dreams, the relationship of your dreams, financial abundance, okay, a relationship with yourself that is true and authentic. All of these things that you really truly need in your life to be fulfilled and happy. Because when you look back on your life, you know, at any point, you don't want to look back and regret. You want to look back and be happy and joyous and fulfilled and satisfied. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to watch my video on how to have a queen conscious mindset. Just click there. If you haven't already watched my video on self-love, it's linked right here. Also subscribe to my channel by clicking this round icon right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.